Hi, this is Candy. Today you're going to come thrifting with me. I'm going to take you around some places in Myrtle Beach and Murrells Inlet. This is my favorite Goodwill, so we're going to start here. Let's go. At this location, I usually beeline straight to the art section because I have found some amazing pieces here. Like, look at this lion head string art. Like, what a statement piece. I love all the details and the colors. This was fabulous. Right next to the art is the lamp section. I quickly spotted this beauty, so I had to snag her up, take her to the nearest outlet, and check it out. And she works, and look how lovely. Then I noticed a new cart of items were coming out, and this artwork piece was on the new cart. Look how beautiful. First off, let's talk about the frame. It was stunning, and then I turned it over. It was signed by the artist. It had information on the painting. It's an original artwork piece. I'm gonna have a hard time letting go of this one because these match all my colors in my house. I love it. I never skip the frames because I did 7 ways to use a thrifted frame, one of which is to frame your wall switch. I just think it's so classy and fun and changes up the look of your space. Of course, I loved this one because it had a bow on it. It did have that little hook that I wasn't sure what that would be for, so I left this one behind, but I spotted this beautiful frame. The artwork, it had a beautiful saying on it, and it would be easy to hang or even switch out the art. But that's a gorgeous frame. It was solid wood. I believe it's vintage. That was a great find. This area of the store where they keep all the plates and the dishes and the dinnerware can be a little bit tight. It's a small area and they have a lot packed in. These plates were really cute. I liked the little bow on that one. All of these were different. I was trying to see if there was a set of 4 because I tend to gravitate towards sets of 4, 6, or 8. There was only 3, so I left these front and center for someone else to find. In the back there, I spotted these rooster plates. Like, look how cute. I love these. They're just Gibson, but I love the stoneware look of them. And of course, the little rooster is adorable. These shell dishes got me really excited because I've seen other people turn them into like DIY candles with the sand wax, but unfortunately they were plastic, but they would be really cute for like an outdoor picnic that was beach themed. These glasses also duped me as well. Look at that beautiful fleur-de-lis pattern, but they were plastic as well, but like a fabulous kind of plastic, if that makes sense. And they were very clear and sparkly. In the Christmas holiday section, I spotted 2 of these Christmas trees. I believe that this is mercury glass. How beautiful would that be with a battery-powered votive or candle underneath that in the evenings? It would definitely shine. This candle holder was in the lamp section. I think it was missing one of the jewels, but it was very pretty. It was very heavy too, may have been brass. This was a cute little South Carolina lamp. That's a great find. I always browse the faux plant section, even though I'm kind of hesitant to ever bring them home or buy them, but I liked this container and I also liked this pink one as well. I was hoping that they would be under $1.99, but I left them behind. This trivet had some damage on it, which was a shame because it was really cute. I love this big bowl. What a great centerpiece. You could fill it with lemons and limes or any other kind of fruit. Beautiful. I love the decoration on that as well. Down here I spotted these metal keys and I saw a logo on them that it was Disney, which I was like, what kind of Disney merchandise would that have been? It was very interesting. I also liked this little cross trinket dish. Cute. I'm always on the hunt for another antique printer drawer to use as a trinket shelf. This one didn't have the individual little squares like the one that I have, but I think this one will work for like the larger trinkets that don't fit in that one, so I did end up buying this. Speaking of trinkets, I liked this little cardinal. It was only $1. I used to be able to find a lot of little trinkets at Goodwill, but I think probably because they're smaller items, they get picked up or shoplifted or stolen, so I don't see as many as I used to. I have some from about a year ago that I found at this location, but haven't seen any in a long time. I love napkin rings. These were really cute. They were silver plated, but it was missing one and there was only a set of 7, which I would definitely need a set of 8, so bummer. This may be the only time you hear me say this, but I don't like the bow on this candle snuffer. I think it actually took away from the piece. This little shopping list was adorable. I love the teddy bears. I usually pick up teddy bears from my grandmother to honor my granddad. His name was Theodore and we called him Teddy. I just think it would be too hard for her to switch out the pad of paper on this. These were beautiful planters. They were in perfect condition. They were only $2.99. I love that they have the drainage hole in them. And of course I love my blue and white, but I did leave these for someone else. This was a beautiful cookie jar. It did have a tiny little chip there on the front. You can see the little white, but it was actually a good price. It was $7.99 and it was huge and it was lovely. I have some of these placemats and I love them. I actually use them kind of as artwork. And this brought back memories because my mom still has this mixer and she uses it to this day. Then my husband and I decided to drive over to Murrells Inlet and visit this Goodwill. I don't visit this one very often because it is a bit of a drive for me, but when I do go here, I usually find some good things. So let's go see. This store starts out with the holiday decor, and I loved this rocking horse. Plus, bonus, it had a big, beautiful bow, but then I noticed that flaw on the bottom. Even though it was only $2.99, I just couldn't justify it, even though I really liked it. I probably should have just bought it for myself because it wouldn't have bothered me to have that little flaw in my house. I thought this was kind of cute too. Make a great centerpiece. You could put some artichokes in there. I thought this piece was pretty too. I like the little jewels on it, sparkly. Maybe it was holly, I'm not sure. And I am not a clown person, but I know a lot of people are, but I can certainly appreciate that someone took time to do this wood burning project, and it was a lot of work, and I appreciate that. Now, this is a beautiful piece. I have sold one of these in my booth. I turned it into a tissue holder. I'll put a picture here. They had a couple for sale, and these can be really pretty like in a guest bedroom. This was probably my favorite find from this Goodwill, was this big mirror. It was such great quality, and I love all the details on it and the silver. I just need to add the wire on the back to be able to hang it. These plates are like the perfect color of fall to me. There was a set of 5. They were made in the USA. They were fabulous. Okay, we've been doing a lot of thrifting, and I think we need a little break. So I'm going to take you to one of my favorite lunch spots in Murrells Inlet. This is called the Claw House. The inside of the restaurant is very fun. They have a great bar area, but when we go, we usually sit out on the covered porch. And even though it's in July, it's very mild and pleasant out there, very comfortable. And of course, the food is fabulous. We usually go at lunchtime because it's not busy. Right down the road from the restaurant is a new place called Gifts and Thrifts. It's this charming little house, so we're going to check it out together. When you walk in, it is packed full of beautiful glassware and collectibles. The first piece that I picked up to look at was this Lenox bud vase. It was $8, which I thought was a fair price. I actually have this Bavarian teapot that matches this teacup, so I might have to swing back by and get this. They had the large Spice of Life casserole dish, and I thought it was a good price at $25. This hobnail piece was $12, which I thought was a pretty decent price. I don't need to adopt any more glass critters, but I do not have a walrus. I had to check him out. He was cute. I really like this booth. They have a lot of fabulous finds, and I thought pretty decent prices. This was $18, and it was solid brass. I love the ducks. Of course, I had to look at this bow piece. It was a little trinket dish with a dragonfly on it. I love these colors. This would be cute on my tier tray that I make kind of seasonal, like a vignette. This is really cute. This tiny little wood shelf was adorable. It was only $3. It would be so cute by the front door holding keys. That definitely will not last long. And then I saw some swans, so I'm going to have to check those out. I believe that these are for salt. There was a set of 4 for $24. I also had to look at the mama one, and that one was only $6. I wanted to check out this pretty piece too because I love the flowers on it. It was $30. That beautiful paperweight was $15. I love the color of that fish. Of course, I love my bookends. I thought these ships were a decent deal at $15, and they were in great shape. My grandmother has one of these on her fireplace. Since we do live in Myrtle Beach, anything that's big and shell and coastal themed, I have to check it out. There was quite a bit of that in this store, so if that's your style, definitely go see Miss Marcy at Gifts and Thrifts. This was a pretty little teacup for $10. There were a lot of plants and succulents, like I love that one in the teapot with the lighthouse. The cute little cat was adorable. Different vendors were having different sales, so you really had to check out each space and every little item that you were interested in. This set of 6 with the butterfly cups, these were $24. These were beautiful. I haven't come across this pattern before, but I love the colors. This little picture caught my eye because, again, the seashells, and I was really surprised that it was made in England. Like, how cute is that? And it was $10. I think this store had some beautiful things. I even got a sneak peek of some new things that will be coming out this week. Thank you so much for coming along. I'll see you soon.